How do you cope in this heat? This is probably second nature to you, having filmed in the desert.
Yeah, I'm definitely used to the heat. I wasn't so used to it here, as I've spent a lot of time here working on films, and I know a very different weather system in London. But
Not what you were expecting.
no, but it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Going somewhere? Yes. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. No, we're not. Yes. No. Yes. Shut up! Yes.
So the film's The Lone Ranger, with Johnny Depp, but you're not the Lone Ranger.
No.
Well, why not?
I felt Tonto. I felt closer to Tonto. I felt like he was something that I could do something with that might be, somewhat different.
Now, it is such a, it's part of American heritage, and it's so famous. I mean, this relationship between the Lone Ranger and Tonto.
Yeah.
And, everybody remembers it in a certain way. So you feel when you approached it, you wanted presumably to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And what was that? What did you want to bring to it?
Mainly, what I wanted to do is take the idea of the Indian as sidekick to the cowboy, or the Native American lesser than the white man, and flip that on its head.
Hey, hold it right there. I'm afraid I have to take you in. Did you hear me? You speak English, don't you?
So when you're thinking about how to create Tonto, how does the crow come into it?
Well, that's a good question. What happened really was I'd seen this painting on the internet of this warrior, and the makeup was on the warrior. The war paint was not much different, than what was very close actually. But there was a bird flying behind, a crow flying behind this warrior's head, and I thought, it should be on his head. It just seems like it should be on top of his head as a kind of extension of himself, or a sort of spirit guide.
You can't help, as you watch Tonto, but think there are elements of Jack Sparrow in Tonto, in that kind of quirky portrayal. Is that, did you take that very successful character and those characteristics and bring them to Tonto? Do you think there is something of Jack Sparrow in him?
I think if there's anything of Jack Sparrow and Tonto, I think what you're seeing is basically me, more than anything.
Well, that's what they share.
Well, that's the deal, I think if you went back and looked at a few different characters, I'm sure you would notice, because everything has to come from some basis of truth.
Your great-grandmother was Native American?
My great-grandmother, Mimi, we call her, yeah. She was, as native as I've ever seen.
And what do you think she'd make of Tonto? And the history that you're telling?
Well, it's interesting because there's one. It's kind of a giveaway, so I won't speak about that part of the character. But there's one element of the character of Tonto that we see that in the film that was pretty much based on my great grandmother, who she was amazing. She lived to be 102, and was just spry and amazing.
I can't help but admire what you're wearing and what you have. I mean, you wear a lot of things around your neck. You've got a lot of rings on. Even, I don't know if we can just show your nails. Your nails are more colourful than mine are.
That's the...
Oh, I can't believe I'm touching your hands. I've been touched by superstardom. There we go.
This is my daughter's revenge.
Ah.
This is a 14-year-old going, Dad, I'm going to paint your nails now, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's basically what it is.
Was she brought on a plane?
Yeah.
And these rings?
Yeah.
I mean, this one particularly is relevant.
He's Tonto, yeah.
And where's that from?
I have a makeup artist who is not only a Oscar-winning genius makeup artist named Joel Harlow, but he's also a great sculptor and artist, and he sculpted this Captain Jack Sparrow ring.
Okay, yeah. You recently said to Rolling Stone that there was a point at which you thought you might throw it all in, pack it all up, the acting, and sort of that maybe parts of it hadn't been the happiest parts of your life, perhaps. Is that still a danger that you might throw in the towel?
At a certain point, you know, you start thinking, and you know, when you add up the amount of dialogue that you say per year, for example, and you realize that you've said written words more than you've actually had a chance to say your own words. You know, you start thinking about that as a kind of insane option for a human being. So, are there quieter things that I wouldn't mind doing? You know, are there, you know, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that that I'm dropping out any second, but I would say it's probably not too far away.
Not before the next Pirates or Alice #2, though.
I don't know. No, I think we're probably all right in those categories.
Well, Johnny Depp's lovely.